Good morning and welcome to the Market Carver. I hope you've had a great week. Busy stuff here at the Financial Enhancement Group. Things are going on. Obviously, it's tax time. We just got the report that H&R Block made a boo-boo, slowed down 600,000 returns. Of course, you've seen probably by now RBC, TD Ameritrade, almost everybody is sending out revisions to correct 1099s. Just problems across the board this year in the reporting. Some of it because of the fiscal cliff, some of it just because people get stuff in later than they probably should. The funniest thing, though, is the cover of The Economist where it says, "Send in the clowns," and it's talking about the Italian elections. Part of the risk management stuff that we have to do is worry about those things that are going on internationally, especially inside of the pigs, the Portugal, the Spain, the Italy, the Ireland, dealing with some of those smaller countries. Let's not forget Greece, but Spain and Italy, very, very concerning. And a lot of what's going on in Italy right now could undermine some of the things that the European Union had done, especially out of Germany, to try to fix the problems that are going on over there. Obviously, we've got things that we get to talk about this week. A very exciting moment for the firm. Remember the first time I was in the Wall Street Journal, it was very exciting. You know, somebody from Anderson, Indiana in the Wall Street Journal. It's more exciting for me when I was able to read Adam being quoted in the Wall Street Journal. We've been doing a lot of work on the fundamental leg of infrastructure companies around the nat gas explosion in the world. We really want to check them out fundamentally, make sure that they're sound and solid. Adam had been doing work in that area. We've been looking at it from the macro and the story leg. And the Wall Street called and said, "Hey, what do you think?" It was really nice to see the response, to see the him in there, and I'm just really very proud of him. Good article. The technical leg. This is talking about a golden cross. Now we're not talking about the Oscars here. The golden cross is when the 50-day moving average crosses the 200-day moving average, and you start to see this uptick or a change in trend, if you will. Now remember, the technical leg only measures money flow. It doesn't tell us if it's a good company or bad company. It just says people are either buying or selling the stock. That technicals, which worked so well for so long, have not done a great job the last 6 to 8 months of indicating to us where the market is headed, where stocks are headed. And a couple times, it actually gave us exactly the opposite signal. That's why there's 4 legs, folks. And we pay attention to all 4 of them. We just also recognize when one of them seems to be having some challenges. It'll be interesting to see what IMAX ends up accomplishing. How much cash was on the sidelines? You know, that we've had money flows in, money flows out. Last year, there was about $18 billion put in equity funds during this part of the year. The remainder of the year, it was an exodus of money out of the marketplace, out of the equities. This year, we've seen a bunch of money, obviously, going in. Last week, the Dow hit its record high. We had more money go in that week than we've had in any other week for the year. Tremendous flows of cash. There's a bunch of money on the sideline, and there's no way to argue the QE programs that just put money in people's hands in places where they are getting it into the market. We appear to be melding up at this point, purely in our mind because of that excess cash that's sitting around. There was a surprise to the street. You know, unemployment is critical. 236,000 new jobs were created. That was the positive news. Unemployment went to 7.7%. The challenge with that is there was a part of the report about people who are unemployed are staying unemployed longer. Now that's not good news. And psychologists tell us that a male who's lost his job for longer than 18 months is suffering the same amount of depression as somebody who's lost a sibling. That's a sad world. So we need to continue to pray for those people, and I just hope that they're able to find some work. Nonetheless, it was a good news story for the marketplace. Rules to live by. This comes from our friend Barry Ritholtz at The Big Picture. Cheap markets can get cheaper. We've seen that. Isn't that true? Expensive markers can get dearer, and that's we are in this place in this point in time what some would call very expensive, and yet the market is still trying to work its way a little bit higher. I wouldn't say it's as expensive now as it just is risky, partially because of Italy and some of those other conversations that we've had and will continue to have. If you're looking at life and some of the things that you can do still the remainder of this year, if you've got a young person in your life that had earned income, that means they worked somewhere where they had to pay Social Security tax on money that they made. If they have whatever they earned up to $5,000, if they're under 50 years old, you can gift them to start a Roth IRA for 2012, even though we're in 2013. You got to do it quickly. But keep in mind, there's a 5-year time clock on a Roth. The sooner it gets started, the better off they're going to be. It really would be a great gift for them. We're having a workshop designed primarily for people who have not been around the firm before. It's a great place to be able to refer us some people to find out, check us out a little bit. But it's a wonderful education if you would like to come. More than happy to have you. We're not doing dinner. It's just coffee and water. It'll be a 2-night workshop, 2 hours each night, March 26th, 28th at the Best Western in Lafayette. Love to have you. It's my condensed version of what I teach at Purdue, and how I apply that to you guys, to the families that we serve. And it's just a good, I think, open introduction to the Financial Enhancement Group, and for people who may not have enough resources to become a normal client, they at least have the opportunity to get the education to get themselves started in the right track. So happy to have your guest or even yourself come and attend. If you're out about Saturday morning, don't forget to catch the radio show, 9 o'clock on WQME on Saturdays, 10 o'clock on Shine 99 on Sunday mornings. And of course, you can always find our newspaper column on the website. This week it was also featured on Morningstar. They picked it up. It was talking about the oddity of this market and how defensive sectors are really leading the rally thus far. Hey, we appreciate you joining us. If there's anything we can do to be of service, please don't hesitate to let us know. God bless. Have a great week. We'll see you again soon.